Hello, everyone. This is about the Boeing strike. Is looming very closer and closer to where they're going to be striking. I say this to all the members. My name is DARYL GUBERMAN. I'm the CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm in Connecticut. We've been open for 13 years. We have over 40 plus years in aerospace, medical implants, materials printing, and plastic distribution, where we dealt with every industry under the sun. Ladies and gentlemen of IAM 751, I put out a video this morning. I will say it again. I don't blame you to hold out for 40%, but I predict within 6 months to 1 year, they're going to lay you off after they give you this money, without a doubt in my mind. Okay? 6 months to 1 year, that's number one. Number two is go to the board of directors of Boeing as an aside to your contract negotiations and tell them to give up, to take away the $45 million that they are going to give to David Calhoun, who did not produce anything, who got a 45% raise in 2023. He did not do anything. What I learned in Business 101 is the CEO gets a bonus upon successive profit. If you produce something and make a profit, that's when you get a raise, a bonus, whatever. This guy got a raise with, I'm sure, with the approval of the board. So go after the board. Tell them, give up the $45 million that they were going to give to David Calhoun, and let them split the money with you, ladies and gentlemen. $32,000 goes into $45 million. Each of you would get a bonus check of $1,406. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's better in your pocket than David Calhoun, who's been around at Boeing since 2009. I was there on April 17th, supporting Sam Salapar, the whistleblower for the 777-787. Look me up, DARYL GUBERMAN Boeing, DARYL GUBERMAN Boeing, BOEING, and put it in there, put in the search engine, hit images, and you're there. Do that. It is imperative that you do that, okay, and not settle. These people are disgusting. I put in a 42-page document with 11 letters of recommendation to the 11-member board who gave David Calhoun that 45% increase in pay without showing a profitability, without doing much, with the Alaska door popping and all the rest of that mess. It's disgusting. It really is. Performance is what it's balanced on. It should be. But you know what they discovered, ladies and gentlemen, in the 80s? These big corporations, this is what they've learned. You know what we can do? We can outsource all our work to Taiwan, lay off 5,000 people, cost-cutting initiatives, and I can still get a bonus, the CEO says. Unbelievable. The hierarchy of this type of management, where they have the board and they have the CEO, should be eliminated. The new thing for the 21st century should be 5 or 6 people who are like an accountant, engineer, a quality, a manager, engineering, 5 or 6, 7 people. I'd rather see $32 million divided up amongst 5, 6, or 7 people than to give it to one person because they use him as a punching bag, like Dennis Muhlenberg was used, and also David Calhoun. Ladies and gentlemen, once again of IAM 751, tell the board to take the bonus or take the money away from Calhoun. He's made enough from 2020 to present. I think it's almost probably $60 million he's made. That's enough money, don't you think, ladies and gentlemen? And what did you get, 1%, 2% several years ago? That's disgusting. And by the way, your new boss, Robert Kelly Oberg, he comes from Rockwell Collins. While he was on board there, the CEO, they designed, manufactured, and implemented the M.KHAN system. So he comes to your facility with 348 dead bodies, ghosts, from the Ethiopian Air and Indonesian Air. And I still can't get that out of my mind. The woman who was there on June 18th, and she was saying, "You killed my daughter, you killed my family." That's what I heard. That to me is disgusting. Stand strong, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled. Because, as I said, I put a 42-page document in to be the CEO or the head of quality. When the whole M.KHAN system failed on the Ethiopian and Indonesian airline, they inquisitioned Dennis Calhoun of Boeing. 2019-20, he stepped down. That's when David Calhoun stepped in. There was so much ruckus that DARYL Robert Kelly Oberg snuck out of the scene, and they never inquisitioned the manufacturer of the M.KHAN system, the CEO. And people will say to me, "Well, DARYL, he has to do that. He's the numbers guy. He's the numbers cruncher. He has nothing to do with the business." And I must admit, Elon Musk said that people must have technical expertise when they get into the Starliner. When they take over the helm of an aerospace company like Boeing. David Calhoun is a fucking accountant. By the way, if you got ashamed from a fucking accountant, I'm only using Patrick Shanahan's words. I keep on saying that because when he was Deputy Secretary of Defense under Donald Trump, he expressed those words when they were discussing about the F-35, Lockheed Martin. And he said the program's fucked up. Not only is the program fucked up, but the plane is. After their 801st aircraft, they're still producing them with rejections. I just read a report, 821 rejections, okay? The General Accounting Office had an assessment of the Inspector General. And what happened is in 2013, they had 719 rejections, where I think 100 of them would cause loss of aircraft and loss of pilot. You can't make this up, okay? Yes, he may have said it. He should never said it in public. He's a public official. So when I say the fuck word, that's from him. Also, Russ Cheney from ANSI ANAB, at the time when he called me up because I exposed a laboratory impropriety, he said, "Have a nut, fuck you" to me. He left a voicemail. Please, I played it on many audio, video, whatever. I'll gladly play it again. I'll even email you the audio segment about him saying, "Half a nut, fuck you." These leaders are disgraceful and disgusting and despicable individuals for using that language. That we look at these politicians, we look at these CEOs as people who should have some sort of acumen, some sort of decorum, and they don't. They're trash. I'm sorry to do this, but stay strong, IAM 751. You know, we have a lot of information that we shared on April 17th. We didn't give Richard Blumenthal's DHS subcommittee a lot of information because you know what the DHS is? It sits on ANSI ANAB, the accreditation body of Boeing, and they're not just a member. The DHS is also a customer of ANSI ANAB. They sit as a member on ANSI ANAB right over by Boeing. So does DOJ, Department of Commerce, and also the FDA uses ANSI ANAB as a supplier of goods and services. That's a problem. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS @yahoo.com.